Hi, I'm Nathan Cram. I teach technology. I work in welding, and I also teach robotics. Today we're going to be working with a MIG welder that's ran out of wire. We're going to be replacing the electrode spool with a fresh one. Alright, so we look here at our spool, we see that it's out of wire. First thing I'm going to do is just remove the old electrode spool from the welder, get it out of the way. We have a fresh spool right here. And the first thing we want to look at when we look at the fresh spool is where does the wire come off. So we look at where the wire comes off on the spool, and we want to make sure that it lines up with the wire feed or drive rolls on the machine. So this machine here, the wire is actually going to come off the top of the spool. So we need to make sure that it lines up so it goes off the top of the spool. Just place it on there, and there's a stud. There's a stud on here. You want the stud to mate with the hole on the electrode roll. And you might have to wiggle it a little bit just to get it in position. And just hook this back down. Now our next step is just going to be to release the tension on the drive rollers and move that out of the way. You'll see the wire in there. And then you just have to remove the wire, which I know I'm kind of getting out of the camera right now. So whenever you remove the wire, it's a good habit to get into removing all the components of the gun. So take the gas nozzle off, remove the contact tube. The MIG pliers work great for that. There's it sticking. Then your next step is just going to be to remove the old wire from the gun. So we're just going to pull it through. All this wire is just scrapped out, so we just get that out of the way. You set your gun down. Now you're actually going to start feeding the wire from the electrode spool. So you want to grip it. And make sure you hold on to it, because if you let go of this spool, it's all going to unravel on you. And then just clip it off so you got a nice straight section. And you're going to feed it right down through the drive rolls. And you'll see it. You just want to keep it going. And then I just feed it a few inches in there by hand. Then I'm going to lock these back down. And we're pretty well done over here. All right. After we've fed it through the drive rolls, I'm just going to turn my wire feed speed up a fair amount. And I'm going to pull the trigger until I see the wire spit out the end. Now ideally, we want to straighten out the cable as much as we possibly can. But with these machines here, it's not entirely necessary. And it might take a minute for the wire to feed through. And now we have the wire that spits out the end here. All we're going to do is replace our contact tube. Screw it down, and these only need to be finger tight. You don't need to crank them down with pliers. Replace your gas nozzle. Clip off your electrode, and you're ready to weld.